Well, despite a 50-point downtick, the Nifty has actually clawed back above that 20-day moving average, which was a bit of a support in yesterday's trading session as well. After being under it for most of the trading session, we saw an uptick, and that holds today as well after the downtick has been bought into. That can be attributed to the uptick that we're seeing in the Nifty Bank, currently mildly in the green of lows. But that's about equities. Let's shift focus to the commodity space. Manisha joins. Manisha, we're focusing on crude today.
Oh, well, I am, and what a decline we've seen in this week. 5% down already, and today is the third straight day of decline of flat trades, as we can see on screen here. The Brent crude prices started Monday on $86 a barrel, and we are just about holding 82.5 right now. And as I said, it has been a 5% of a decline for the crude oil prices in last two trading sessions itself. And this is even as the U.S. inventories have snapped 10 weeks of a build-up. We have seen a decline of almost 1.7 million barrels of crude there. But even with that, because there is hawkish U.S. Fed and strength in US dollar, that seems to be weighing onto the markets. And then apart from that, it is various statements from agencies and banks and brokerages which are expecting the crude oil prices to gain, but in the second half. OPEC expects the Chinese 2023 demand that could rise by 500 to 600,000 barrels per day, but they expect that to happen from the second quarter itself. OPEC also says that for this year, the global demand could see rise by nearly 2.3 million barrels per day. Not just OPEC, going forward, Barclays also is quite bullish on crude oil prices. They're anticipating that the market could flip into a deficit of 500,000 barrels per day, but that is in the second half of this year. The expectation also that the Chinese demand could rise by 900,000 barrels per day is there reason to expect that the markets could tighten going forward. You also have Barclays anticipating that for this year, we could average $92 for the Brent prices, but going forward, 97 of an average is what they're anticipating for 2024. Equally bullish report coming in from Refinitiv as well. They're expecting Brent to average at $90, and they expect $100 to be hit as well by the end of this year. They're anticipating stronger demand coming into the markets there. And it's not just Refinitiv. If you look at the other markets, Stancy, JP Morgan, they're also expecting bullish cues in case of crude. Stancy is looking at 91 for this year and even higher prices next year. JP Morgan also talks about an average of 90 this year. Fitch is looking at $95 per barrel of an average this year, but they're anticipating lower prices going forward. Bank of America as well as quite bullish on crude oil prices, 88 of an average in this year, $90 in the next year. And the US EIA for the near term is anticipating some bit of a decline in the crude oil prices. So $83 as an average for the near term. For WTI as well, that the prices could remain at the current levels for the very near future.
All right, Manisha, thanks a lot for getting us all of the details there. By the way, the Nifty Bank has seen a little bit of a recovery led by a lot of the larger names. It is absolutely at the flat line right now, so looking like we might even break into the green. But, you take a look at Axis. It's at the high point of the day. You have HDFC Bank, Kotak, ICICI. All of these have moved to the high point of the day. So there's definitely a bit of a bounce coming through in the Nifty Bank. We do have to get into a short break now, but when we come back, we are going to speak with the management of Dream Folks to discuss their business outlook as well as the new acquisition in just a bit.